Just want to remind our listeners, facing that PSA, just a reminder that we are going through our annual member-thon. As you know, the radio station runs on your donations, your ears and your donations. And we really appreciate your support, not only listening to the programs, but also, like I said, it's all volunteer run, it's not a profit. And so it's really important that we have your encouragement, and a part of that is by donations. By simply donating at least $25, you become a member. But anything helps the station run smoothly. You can feel free to call 513-749-1444.
It always helps. That's why we have a wonderful show, because we always, help each other out. All right. Now, still with the program, we are talking about food security, clean water, and modern housing in everywhere, not only in this one particular country we use. But we're here with Mr. Is it Mikey's?
Larson.
Larson?
This is the name of the company.
Okay.
Mike and Chris.
Mike and Chris. Anyway, but these are wonderful people, and the listeners out there, this is a very, very good information that you can grab from this show here by listening to what Mr. Larson is telling you and telling everybody. And I think this can be done in every corner of the world.
Oh, absolutely.
Not one place. And basically, I'm even thinking, people who come from the third world countries, this is a very important message for you. Because all this that we are talking about, these are the criteria of all the third world countries: food security, clean water, and even housing. I come from the third world country myself, and I'm relating with this very well. And I hope that this can be transferred not only to places it's intended for, but even my own country or any other place that I think it can suit, and I appreciate that, Mr. Lawson, and I really want to see that this thing is aired out, or a lot of people know about this, because not only as an individual, not only as a group or community, but an individual can use this and really get out of all those problems. Food problems, absolutely. You can grow your own food and do everything, and then it will be more trusty to get your own food, because you know what you put in there than going to the stores and buying it. So I think that is very wonderful. And housing is everywhere. Even in the United States here, we still have people who are sought out of housing. And it's very important that they also, it's a very wonderful program, and I think that I wouldn't be more satisfied if I can bring you back here again, if you have the time.
Oh, we'd love to,
because this is a very short time, this 1 hour, and I don't think this 1 hour would give everybody the chance to know what you're supposed to be doing.
Everybody tells me I'm so long-winded that I couldn't get it all out.
When it comes to life, because everybody actually needs food, you need water, and you need housing. That's what we call these three things: food, clothing, and shelter. The whole world, everybody's life is rotating or evolving around these three important things. That is what you are covering here. So you are covering what people need.
My philosophy is this: there are really only two things. We need food as the major thing. We need shelter, and I include clothing in that. But we need purpose. And without purpose in our lives, we have nothing.
Right, that's true.
And what we're proposing here is a way to give people purpose for their lives. Nice. It's not just to raise food for themselves. They can raise a surplus for their neighbors, which can be sold. So they have an income, they can buy shoes, and they can pay the rent, and so on.
Empowerment.
And that is really good, empowerment. That is very, very wonderful. And I think one thing I also want to ask you about this project here. I know I'm looking at a book here, and I know that you did a wonderful and beautiful job by compiling all this information for everybody, including myself. But did you ever try to go to any place outside the United States, personally, to see if this project can be something that their governments would need or might need?
Well, how do you think the government would handle it?
The way this project started, well, Dale came from his angle, and I've met several people from various African countries.
I know you,
yeah. That's how I met Moro. I've learned about Gambia from Moro and same as Sabali.
Exactly.
And I started in this because I had I used to write grant funding proposals for nonprofits, and my tax accountant connected me with a gal who was from Nigeria.
It's a small world.
Yes, and so she came into my office one day and she began to tell me her story, how she came to America as a refugee. And she showed me the picture.
Wow.
She was so starved you couldn't even have recognized her as the same person when she came here. So we became fast friends and kind of fell in love with each other. And I've been working. She's from Nigeria.
Is that the one that I met at the African Foundation USA?
Yes.
The lady from Atlanta?
The lady from Atlanta.
Oh.
Right, okay.
Yes.
So we all remember her.
Yes. Yes, she was, she came from a refugee camp and she was very, very ill. And that's why the International Rescue Committee brought her here so she wouldn't die.
Oh, that's good.
And so anyway, I met her and we were working on trying to reduce the maternal mortality rate in Nigeria.
Which is very high in third world countries.
Yes, Nigeria has the second highest maternal mortality rate. 1 in every 18 women dies in Nigeria giving birth.
Wow, okay.
And so we began working on that, and I met connections with her, and now reaching out to Senegal and other places. And so we have partners in these countries who know their culture, who have connections in their governments. Liberia as well. We are going to be meeting soon, maybe with the consular from the nation of Liberia that's in Atlanta, to talk about this project. Dale has actually adjusted this project several times to fit all of those West African countries because it's something that can
grow, like what everybody shares.
What everybody shares, what everybody needs, and empower